on board the management of MGL. We have Sunil Ranade, who is joining us on the show. Good morning. Wanted to talk about your quarter gone by. Your volumes mainly actually led by growth in CNG and also industrial segment. You saw an uptick on a quarter basis on that particular front. Could you give us a brief highlight of overall volume growth and outlook going forward?
Yes, as we have rightly pointed out, the growth in volumes have been very impressive this time. The growth has been led by our flagship customer category, which is CNG. Overall, on sequential basis, the growth was 30% in the entire company volumes. And we foresee that the trajectory is going to continue further because the lockdown is easing down. There is definitely easing of lockdown, not only in the city of Mumbai, but even in Thane, Navi Mumbai and other adjacent areas. So we foresee that the CNG volumes are going to pick up further. In addition to easing of lockdown, the kind of value proposition right now CNG is offering vis-a-vis petrol or diesel vehicles because of the high prices of petrol and diesel. The increase in volumes are CNG are further accelerating. Similar is the case in case of industrial and restaurant categories also. Industry productions are improving and accordingly the fuel consumption is increasing. So that is also going to help us out definitely in the quarters to come in. Similar is the case in case of restaurant category. Commercial, when we say it's predominantly restaurant category, there have been relaxations given on the operating hours. And we could see that the consumption is picking up pretty fast in the restaurant category as well. So next few quarters are going to be very promising from volume rise point of view for us.
Mr. Ranade, just trying to get a sense of the current market dynamics. Could you take us through the outlook for demand going forward? You said that there are signs of tremendous recovery, but could you be a little bit more specific?
Demand outlook is pretty encouraging. No doubt there has been a lot of challenges faced by us due to COVID-19 impact. However, we have said earlier also that city gas distribution industry, particularly in case of CNG as well as in other customer categories, the bouncing back of volumes will be pretty fast as compared to other industries. And I think the time period has proved that our statement was correct, and the jump of 30% sequentially, which we have seen, has definitely proved it. Or if you compare with the Q2 of the previous financial year, that is 2021, the increase has been even further. It has been 70% increase, which we have seen. So it has been a pretty encouraging scene right now, and we are sure that the trajectory is going to continue even further.
Mr. Ranade, could you actually highlight to us the expansion plans that your company is planning to undertake, also your growth levers for the next few quarters?
As we talked about that there is no dearth of demand, probably the constraint, if at all, which we have is the speed at which we lay our infrastructure. There are different reasons why we find the progress of infrastructure is not always at the speed which we will desire. For example, in case of lockdown period, we have not been able to secure approvals from various statutory and semi-government authorities and municipal authorities for the simple reason that the attendance at their offices were pretty less, skeleton attendance was there. And these approvals which we receive from these authorities are paper-based. There are no electronic approvals as such in place as of.
All right. On that note, thank you, Mr. Ranade, for joining us and giving us a take on what's happening with your company and the plans ahead. And on that note, we'll slip into a break on this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. More on the other side. Don't go anywhere.